Hey, it's Dave White with Quad City Safety here to talk about hard hats. Lot 2 hard hats, and let's kind of start with the fact that there's different types of hard hats. And how would I know what a hard hat is? Well, they're usually marked. So most of them are high density polyethylenes. So they're a plastic material. So as we look here on the brim, some of them will have a sticker, but somewhere in here it will be marked. And as we can sit here and look at this one, this is a Type 1 Series E, and it can be reverse donned, which means that I can wear it backwards on the suspension, and it tells me that it's meant to actually have a blow from the top. So a Type 1, a Type 2 will allow for a top as well as a side impact. So every hat's going to be marked a different way. It will be marked with the date it's manufactured, because a lot of times it's best to remember that this is a piece of plastic. Over time it's going to deteriorate, or it's not going to have the same capabilities that it had before based on whether it's in different temperatures. It could be UV response there. So when we get the hat and we finally figure out which one we're supposed to wear based on the hazards, Type 1, Type 2, Series E, Series G, maybe it's just, a climbing helmet that's a series of those. We need to first pick it up and make sure that it's clean, because we need to kind of do a visual inspection. And our visual inspections, what we're doing is we're really trying to make sure that there's no imperfections, because again, this is meant for something to strike and withstand that pressure and then distribute it through your head, into your neck, and down without actually penetrating your skull. So it's clean. We've verified that it's clean. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to kind of see how I'm giving that a kind of healthy little bend. I'm trying to make sure that that plastic is still pliable, so it's still going to kind of do its job. It's not uncommon for people to want to put stickers around here. Stickers, kind of by the standard, are a no-no, although I understand where they might be needed. You may want to put that somebody is a certain trade. You may want to put that somebody's passed a certain level of training. So there's areas where that's okay. But we just need to make sure that, again, we're doing visual inspections around that. We also need to make sure that those stickers, as well as maybe somebody hits it with a marker, is not got something in the adhesive that will break down the cap. So also, when we're kind of doing our inspections, we need to make sure that we look at the suspension. This one is a 6-point, there's 4 points, so it doesn't matter what type, but we just need to make sure that that suspension's intact and there's no issues there, making sure that if it's a ratchet or a pin lock, that all those systems work really well. As we can see, there's some hygiene factors in there. A lot of them have brow pads that we can change, so while we're going through that inspections, it's not bad to take a look at the hygiene issues that you can have. Most hard hats require, and again, everybody rips these out of the bag, takes the directions, throws them in the garbage. They don't realize that on an annual basis, this requires a change of not the helmet itself, but the suspension. So on an annual basis, we need to take the guts out and we need to change them. A lot of people will say, well, why do I need to do that? Well, as we can see here, there's a lot of synthetic stuff here. So what do you put in your hair every day? Do you never put gel? Do you never have oils in your hair? So there's things that are transferring from your skin and body into the system that are breaking it down. We're sweating in these things all day long. So after a year, we need to change that suspension out. It's also important that we don't modify this. So let's say we are trying to get a face shield that we just can't quite get to fit. Maybe we think, a lot of people say, let's just drill a hole in it, it'll be fine. It's best that we don't modify these at all. The final thing to remember is this is a single-use item. So once it's been struck, once we've had an incident, and we're not talking, just kind of knocking your head into the ladder rung above you, but if somebody drops a tool at height and this takes the impact of that, we need to take that out of service and replace that. And remember that there's different configurations. So this is a cap style. There can be a hat style or a full brim or safari. They're called different. People have different names for them. And there's a lot of accessories that go with them. So it can be Earmuffs can attach, face shields can attach, lights can attach. So there's a lot of other stuff that we can complement this cap with. And again, if you have any other questions or you're trying to understand this, don't hesitate to give us a call, email us, or check us out on the web at quadcitysafety.com.